price respite.
Hope they go down further.
News of a deal between the U.S. and Iran leads to a drop in gas prices. But is it too soon to start celebrating? Also tonight, Winnipeg's mayor can take the heat.
A box in a tin box with 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Why he's not quitting his day job. And later, back in session.
It's been easier to get to my classes on time, and all around just a good idea.
Why late start Wednesdays will soon be a thing of the past in the Louis Riel School Division, and the reaction from students.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Gas prices in Winnipeg are down 20 cents per litre compared to last month. And tonight, the U.S. and Iran say they've reached a deal to end the war and reopen the clogged Strait of Hormuz, bringing hope the cost per litre could fall even more. But one expert is cautioning it could still take months for fuel prices to return to normal. CTV's Jeff Keel explains.
There is a little bit of relief for drivers at the pump lately, as gas prices are starting to come down.
They're not too bad right now. They're getting better. I hope they go down further.
According to Gas Buddy, the average price in Winnipeg is around $1.60 per litre, 20 cents lower than last month's average. Some stations are as low as $1.47.9.
We're here $1.47, so it's a little bit of a relief for we can buy some more groceries now.
They're better than they were before.
Comes after the U.S. and Iran say they've reached a deal that includes reopening the Strait of Hormuz, where a lot of oil is shipped.
Any good news is good for gas prices. Any peace deals are good for gas prices.
But the prices are still well above last year's average in Winnipeg of around $1.25 per litre. While some drivers are pleased to see prices down a bit, others CTV News spoke to say,
Still way too high. Way too high.
I still think they should come down a little more for those that have retired and work from payday to payday.
This one is better today, but I don't know, but otherwise too expensive.
And one energy expert cautions a return to normal prices could take a long time, as oil fields in the war region have suffered damage or were shut down, vessels are backed up, and reserves have been used up.
These things will not be measured in days or weeks, but months, perhaps even years, where we're going to continue to see elevated prices for oil. I think it's probably as low as it's going to get. It's $80 a barrel.
Anything under $1 would be great.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Of note, these prices include a 10-cent per litre federal tax break set to end after Labor Day. One person is in custody tonight following a weekend homicide in the Daniel McIntyre neighborhood. Around 3 in the afternoon Saturday, police were called to a home in the 700 block of Toronto Street. There, they found a seriously injured man. He was brought to hospital in critical condition, but later died. He's identified as 21-year-old Transcendent Francois, a member of Nelson House First Nation who had been living in the city. A 20-year-old woman was arrested at the scene and is now charged with manslaughter. Anyone with information is asked to call the homicide unit. New data released today is reporting a decline in opioid-related deaths last year. That's good news, but the crisis is far from over. Here's CTV's Abigail Beeman on why progress remains fragile.
I've accidentally died.
Angie knows how terrifying a drug overdose is.
I had a little puff, and I immediately fell forward and passed out, stopped breathing, and went completely blue.
The Public Health Agency of Canada released new numbers showing opioid deaths dropped by 23% last year, with hospitalizations down 12%. But there were still more than 5,600 deaths in 2025, a staggering 15 people every day.
It is fragile. We've seen a decrease for 2 years in a row, but that follows many years of increases, and the number of overdose deaths are still higher than they were before the COVID pandemic.
Officials say one of the reasons for the drop is more access to naloxone.
There is no silver bullet to solve this crisis.
But death from benzodiazepines, benzos, are 3 times higher than before the pandemic, and naloxone doesn't work there. While some think closing safe injection sites like this one in Ottawa will make things worse.
It's going to be a lot worse than what it is now.
It's a darn shame, and there's going to be a lot more ambulances running around.
Then there's the tie to the trade war, with the American president using fentanyl as a tariff justification. It turns out the Canada Border Services Agency seized less fentanyl in 2025 than the year before, when we didn't have a fentanyl czar.
It's a slight decrease. From my perspective, the drug trade in this country is largely domestic production and for domestic consumption.
Kevin Brasso went to Washington today to bring this latest data and sell the message that Canada's measures are working. He says in general, his conversations with Americans are well received. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
And here in Manitoba, the number of deaths due to opioid toxicity dropped last year. In 2025, 231 opioid deaths were recorded. That's 142 fewer than the year before and 151 lower than 2023. Last year saw the lowest number of opioid toxicity deaths since 2019, when 62 people died. A pair of new transitional homes in downtown Winnipeg will help women and children leaving gender-based violence.
When I speak with women leaving violence, I hear a common desire. They want a safe place to rebuild their lives.
Morning Light Development officially opened today, and its 11 units are already fully occupied. The second project, named Standing Eagle, offers 15 units with a mix of studio, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom homes. It's expected to be fully occupied by July, with tenancies expected to range from 6 to 24 months. Rent will be geared to income. Both developments will include on-site support services.
These supports are every bit as important as the homes themselves. They help families heal from trauma, connect with services, pursue education, strengthen community connections, and build pathways toward long-term stability and independence.
Both buildings are owned and operated by the University of Winnipeg Community Renewal Corporation and were developed through the Rapid Housing Initiative. The Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service has a pair of new recruits. Earlier today, Mayor Scott Gillingham and City Councillor Vivian Santos geared up for a live fire simulation. It's part of the service's Fire Dynamics training program, giving refreshers on modern firefighting techniques, the science of fires, and other everyday challenges. The mayor says he was well prepared for the demonstration, but he's sticking with his day job.
You're in a box, you're in a tin box with 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so that to me is a little more stressful. Now, I had good people around me, and in council I got some good people around me, but if I had to take my choice between a day job, I'll stick to question period at council.
The mayor says Winnipeg's Fire Paramedic Service is the only department in Canada where they do this kind of training. And here's our first look at tonight's weather. It's currently a chilly 11 degrees. We're seeing a few clouds in the sky, feeling very light winds from the south with pressure rising and humidity at 80%. We are expecting to see these clouds clear up overnight, with 8 degrees being the coolest it'll get for us. Tomorrow morning starts off with 13 degrees and a sunny sky. Winds out of the southwest at 10 kilometers an hour.
I don't think you can drive anywhere without seeing some retail store that has broken glass.
A city councillor is hoping to clean up crime. The challenges he and local business owners are facing next. A recent uptick in violent incidents has left some residents of St. Vital on edge. A jogger was stabbed in a random attack last week, and then this weekend a convenience store was broken into and subsequently robbed. CTV's Harrison Shin reports.
Michelle Edie has owned this store in St. Vital for the last 13 years. When she heard the nearby 7-Eleven was broken into and robbed on Saturday,
I am not surprised. I don't think you can drive anywhere without seeing some retail store that has broken glass in some way.
Winnipeg police say around 4:30 a.m. on Saturday, the lone employee at this 7-Eleven store locked the door against 4 intoxicated suspects to prevent them from coming in. They smashed up a car in the parking lot with rocks and then smashed the front window. Then, police say 2 of them walked through the rubble and stole items before all 4 fled on foot. The employee wasn't injured and all 4 of them were arrested.
There's definitely businesses around that I've seen that have broken windows. I know that there's been theft in some of the retail situations. So yes, definitely it's happening.
Several businesses and residents in the area said off camera that crime is going up. On June 6th, police say a jogger was approached by 2 random teenagers. He was stabbed and a 15-year-old girl was arrested and charged with assault.
This is not the most crime-riddled part of the city, but there is crime in St. Vital.
Area Councillor Brian Mays, who also sits on Winnipeg Police Board, says getting more resources is a battle. He wants a brick-and-mortar solution like a new police station.
I've been waiting and hoping to get some renewed presence, and there are a number of options for that, I guess, and the police have to find the money, but I think it's a worthwhile initiative. So yeah, I do hope to see that, some sort of South End presence.
Harrison Shin, CTV News, Winnipeg.
We've reached out to police for comment, but have not yet heard back. Winnipeg police need your help tonight, identifying a suspect wanted for the sexual assault of a child, and a warning the details may be disturbing. It happened around 3 a.m. Saturday in the 400 block of Manitoba Avenue. Officers say a man in a vehicle approached a preteen girl, promised her drugs and alcohol. The girl got in and the suspect drove to a nearby alley. Police say that's when, quote, a serious sexual assault happened to her at knife point. Then she fled to a nearby family member's home and police were contacted. The child abuse unit took over the investigation and is now sharing this information. The suspect was driving a 4-door brown-colored sedan at the time. Police say he's described as being between the ages of 30 and 40 with short dark hair and a mustache. Anyone with information about this person or has videos from surveillance, cell phones or dash cameras are asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers. The end of another school year is coming, but for the first time in a decade, next year may look a little different for students in Louis Riel School Division. And as CTV's Joseph Bernacki explains, a unique schedule is coming to an end.
Over the lunch hour at Nelson McIntyre Collegiate, students are counting down the days until school's out for summer. But some kids are already thinking about next year's schedule.
I should say that you should keep it in. Like, they shouldn't get rid of it.
Villa is reacting to the news that his school and others in the Louis Riel School Division will no longer start late on Wednesdays. Since 2015, Wednesday mornings offered a bit of extra time, starting class at 9:45 instead of 8:30. It offered flexibility for students like Joseph Mulligan and Nolan Southern.
It's a cool idea because it gives kids the chance to start later, get more sleep so they can be more energized for school, and if they have appointments in the morning they can get to that quicker.
It gives me an extra 2 hours to sleep in, so I like it mostly because of that, but I can also, it's like it makes it a shorter day too. We're all pretty bummed out about it getting removed.
CTV News reached out to the division for comment. They sent a statement from Assistant Superintendent Mia Gunther. She says a new collective agreement ratified last month between the Teachers Union QP 3473 and the division prompted the change. She also said it creates consistency. The updated high school timetable reflects these changes, including revised class lengths and a consistent daily schedule to support both student learning time and staff planning requirements. Joanne Unger is a psychologist who works with students and families. She says until more data is collected, sleep consistency is key.
We actually don't encourage to have different wake-up times, and that is, it's more helpful to have the same time every morning that you're waking up to have a good, healthy sleep pattern.
Joseph Bernacki, CTV News, Winnipeg.
It was another wet and wild day in Winnipeg today, and all this rain could lead to a familiar foe in the coming weeks: mosquitoes. CTV's Daniel Homerson explains.
A thunderstorm hammered Assiniboine Park Monday afternoon, leaving behind plenty of puddles and pools in its wake. And entomologist Taz Stewart warns all that standing water could be a catalyst for everyone's least favorite pest: mosquitoes.
I hate to say that is the summer species. Those eggs start
coming out, and you got all this water here. So there could be a surge in numbers for a short period of time.
According to city data, the average trap count in Winnipeg on Monday was at 2, though counts in some areas are 2 to 3 times higher. And a city spokesperson says crews remain focused on mosquito larviciding on the ground and in the air.
This is insane how few mosquitoes we have. It's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but that shows that the biological program works so well, and we're seeing the benefits of that.
But Stewart, who runs Taz Pest Control, is urging people to get rid of standing water in their own backyards.
Dump it, drain it, fill it, cover it. It's very, very important that you do that in your backyard, because those mosquitoes that develop there will be eating on you.
Stewart adds the summer species of mosquitoes are more voracious than their spring counterparts, and that Winnipeggers also need to be mindful of the risk of West Nile virus.
It's been on the decline, very, very few cases, but it's still there, so you still need to be protecting yourself. Very, very important. Use repellents. Avoid times when mosquitoes are most active, i.e. dusk and dawn times.
Daniel Halmerson, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Talk about a massive pothole where a person-sized sinkhole opened up over the weekend, and we'll have your complete Skywatch forecast when we return. Tonight's Skywatch photo comes to us thanks to Claudia, showing us the scene of just after the storm over in Souris. You can send your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca. Well, we did get a bit of a storm here in southern Manitoba earlier today. It's looking quite dry for us over the next couple of days. We'll also be expecting temperatures to, throughout the day and coming days, be a little closer to normal. We'll chat more about that in a second. We are seeing overnight things will be clearing up in southern Manitoba for a sunny day tomorrow. However, further north, particularly along this Hudson Bay area, we are seeing a system just kind of hanging around over the next couple of days there. It's going to come in and out of Manitoba, potentially even bringing some stronger thunderstorms over the next couple of days. And I know you're keeping an eye on this system over here coming in from Saskatchewan. We are expecting it to touch the southwest corner of Manitoba tomorrow evening. However, we're not really expecting much rain to fall from that system. It's going to quickly actually push out of Manitoba. And again, this system here along the Hudson Bay, expecting to stick around over the next couple of days and being quite cloudy actually for most of Manitoba on Wednesday. Taking a look over across the whole province, we are seeing, as mentioned, that rain in Churchill, Gillam, Thompson as well tonight. Tomorrow continuing for folks with 2 degrees as the expected high tomorrow in Churchill. We are seeing things a bit warmer for folks in Flin Flon in the Pas, reaching a high of 18 degrees tomorrow, and it'll be mostly sunny, but there is a chance for folks in Lynn Lake and Norway House to see some rain tomorrow. We're seeing a mostly clear night tonight in places like Brandon and Nipawa. Tomorrow, though, we're going to see a few more clouds with 20 degrees as your expected high. Here tonight in Winnipeg, 8 degrees being the coolest it'll get for us, with that sky clearing up by morning. However, in the afternoon, we could be seeing clouds return with 23 degrees as our expected high. Looking at northwestern Ontario, Kenora tonight will be pretty cloudy. The same tomorrow as well, with 21 degrees as your expected high tomorrow. Taking a look over the next 7 days here in Winnipeg, we are seeing a mix of sun and cloud over the next few days. Friday, there's a lower chance of showers, and we are expecting it to be a bit of a cooler day with a high of 19 degrees. But a warm weekend and a hot Father's Day on Sunday with 25 degrees as the high. A massive sinkhole opened up in Wolseley over the weekend. How massive? Well, take a look at this. Mickey on Newman Street woke up to this Saturday morning, snapping these photos of a vehicle being swallowed into the ground. The vehicle has since been removed from the 2-meter wide hole. City crews set up barricades and have since covered the sinkhole. What caused it isn't yet known, but area residents think that it might be related to a sewer pipe that was damaged in last week's heavy rainstorms. It's not known when the hole will be repaired. The newest Stanley Cup champs have been crowned. While the Jets may not have been on the ice, Winnipeg was on the mind of a major playmaker. That's next. The Carolina Hurricanes are now Stanley Cup champions, and it was Nikolai Ehlers, a former Winnipeg Jet, who helped the team notch a 3-0 win over the Vegas Golden Knights last night.
For me, Winnipeg has obviously a special place in my heart. It still feels like a home in a way, and the welcome that I got back in November was something that I didn't get to say thank you for, but I will now. That was something that I'm never going to forget. That was the first game I've ever been nervous for, and to be able to be welcomed like that was unbelievable.
Winnipegger Seth Jarvis also played a key role in the Hurricanes' success during the playoffs, rolling up 11 total points with 4 goals and 7 assists, including the winning overtime goal in Game 2 against Vegas. Curling fans got to meet the legendary Team Dunstone, the 2026 Montana Brier champions.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's been quite a few years since it's been in Manitoba, so yeah, we were excited to come see it finally in person.
Matt Dunstone and Colton Lott were at the Beer Can Sunday afternoon for a meet and greet. The 2026 Brier champions were busy signing fan memorabilia and taking photos together. The Brier Trophy was also there, so fans could see it, take photos, or even drink from it.
It's our first ever time winning it, and it's just such a super exciting feeling, and being able to bring it back here to our home province after all these years, it's just excitement, and to be able to share with the community here is just unbelievable.
The Beer Can is located at Granite Curling Club, which is the team's home club. The 2026 Challenge for Life wrapped up Saturday, challenging the record amount of support against cancer. More than 1,000 participants gathered at Assiniboine Park's Lyric Field Saturday. They walked 5 or 20 kilometers or exercised for 200 minutes in support of Cancer Care Manitoba Foundation. The foundation says a record-breaking $3 million was raised.
This is our largest single fundraising event. This impacts all of Manitoba. All of the funds raised stay in Manitoba. And this is in every way Manitobans and people actually from out of province, but people doing something big in support of Cancer Care Manitoba and the patients we serve.
This year marked the fundraiser's 19th year. Since its start, it's raised more than $23 million. The money supports things such as cancer research, patient support programs, clinical trials, prevention, and screening initiatives. Still to come, building Winnipeg brick by brick. We'll check out a massive display of miniatures, and we'll break down tomorrow's forecast next.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
We're looking at about a seasonal day for us tomorrow. Temperatures reaching a high of 23 degrees later in the afternoon and mix of sun and cloud. Grand Park Shopping Centre hosted some of the best custom Lego displays of Manitoba and Canada.
We often find it very therapeutic, right? After a long, stressful day at work, building some Lego is a good way to finish things off.
And that therapeutic hobby creates some magnificent pieces. Now let's take a look at this, the Royal Bank of Canada building in the Exchange District, all built with Lego. It came all the way from British Columbia, with its creator hauling it on his truck for more than 20 hours. It was part of Saturday's River City Brickfest.
It's a really hard thing to build, to get all the right angles, the gravy, the cheese curds, you know what I mean? Like, as much as when we eat it, it's just kind of a pile of mush. To do that out of bricks is really tricky. So the second I saw it, that made me laugh. And, oh, hey, that's poutine. I don't know how you built that, but it's pretty incredible. And it's, it's about the right size that you would get to at a restaurant.
The Manitoba Group has around 60 dedicated members organizing events like this. That's it for us. Thanks for watching, and good night.